content that we hope you really like.
You're listening to
Creating Daily. Yeah, we're the #1 live streaming show that I'm the host of.
Speaks to me. It's like he's saying what I'm thinking.
Streaming live.
Feel the power! What is going on, everyone? Welcome back to Creating Daily. Holy smokes, where have I been? What has been going on? Where have you been? What have you been up to? Let me know in the chat. I see my friend Brian Little already saying, so where you been? Yeah, I know, man, right? That's the question. It's good to be back. I'm back, I don't know, what, like a week or like a week after I should be. So Unknown User says Creating Daily is back. If you give Ecamm permission, you should be able to click on that. So good to see you. What's up, Chad? Chad said, I've been right here. Chad's a live streaming pro, man. He's on it. So I'm excited to be back finally. Creating Daily, creating maybe I should change my title of my show to Creating Maybe, because that's what I feel like every day when I wake up. I'm like, am I going to create today? Am I going to do a live stream today? Am I going to do a show? But it's good to be back. It has been an incredible journey of moving back here to North Carolina from Puerto Rico. However, I did not realize, whatever the term would be, how crazy living in the States is versus on an island in the middle of the ocean. So a lot busier than I anticipated, way faster than I anticipated. So it's been a while. It's 7 days. Now, I did come back on June 1st. I did do a show. I didn't produce it as a podcast episode, but I did produce it as a live show. And I was sick. So I came home. We came home. It was a long travel. I think I talked about that already. Curious Idealist says, welcome back to NC. I was just out in Greensboro a couple weeks ago. Yeah, that's just right up the road from us. So it is good to be home. It is good to be back. I love being back in the States. Stuff is so easy here. However, it is easy to get distracted. It is easy to get swallowed up by other things. And I didn't realize, oh, wait, I have a social life when I move back. Oh, wait, there's people who want to hang out. Oh, wait, there's a million things to be done that I didn't anticipate, being done. And a couple of those things were pretty interesting because we traveled super, just taxing, shipping dogs, all that kind of stuff, getting back into the States. And then I had to drive from Miami to North Carolina. And then when I got home, my wife and my son weren't feeling very well. They kind of came down with like a cold, or maybe, we didn't have AC for like a year in the main part of our house. And then we had AC in our house. So they got sick, and I was like, oh yeah, we're going to skirt through this. No problem. I'm not going to get sick. And I was feeling great. And then we found a car like 3 or 4 hours away from us, and we went and bought it. It was a second car. We already bought one car, but then we needed a second car. We were going to wait for a while. But we saw this really cool, this really good deal, and we're like, okay, we got to go get it. So we did that, and I pulled another, like, no sleep, long drive there, long drive back. And then it was just like, dude, I woke up the next day. I was just, like, zonked. I was done. I was out of energy. I was tired. So that was all a thing. And then basically a couple things happened with our friend group that, our community, our in real life community needed us. So anyway, that's been over the last couple days, and it's been crazy. But I will say this: put your community and put your friends and people who need you. Make sure if they're, at a place where they need some help, need some assistance, need some encouragement, just need to know you're there. That all this stuff that we're doing, all the live show, the creating, whatever, all this stuff can wait, because people matter more than anything else. And so that's the decision my wife and I had to make over the last few days. As some people in our friend circle are going through some stuff. We're like, you know what? We're just going to put work on pause. Like, work will always be here. Streaming will always be here. Creating content will always be here. And so we decided over the last couple of days to take a step back and just be with them, help people through some processes and all that kind of stuff. So that is where I've been. And then also, I got some exciting news, which maybe I'll just wait for the news segment because I do want to keep running the show as a show. But it is good to be home. It is good to be back. It's good to be back in my home, my house. I got my home studio set up for right now. I got something to tell you in just a second. You know what? Let's just get into it. Let's do a little different news to me.
That's news to me.
Creating daily. All right, so a lot of news going on around the podcasting world. I'm a little late. I'm going to give you some old news just because I'm still excited about it. Rodecaster Pro 2 was announced. I think the last time I did a show, I was using Michael Sterling's information of leaking that. I was like continuing the leak on the show, talking about the Rodecaster Pro 2. It's been announced. It's available for pre-order. You can go do that. I've not pre-ordered mine. Let me know in the chat if you've pre-ordered yours. It looks super dope and more versatile for more creators, so I'm really excited to get my hands on that. And if you want to help me get my hands on that faster, go to buymeacoffee.com/BillyThorpe, and you can buy me a cup of coffee, which I want to shout out my friend Chris Stone from Dealcasters. He was a guest on the show. Actually welcomed me home with a cup of coffee the other day, so I really appreciate you, Chris. Thanks, man. Thumbs up. That's what my son always does, a little thumbs up to you for buying me a cup of coffee. So yeah, Rodecaster Pro 2 is out. Clubhouse is dying a slow and painful death, apparently, according to Pod News. That is taking a big, hard dip. And I've even noticed that they've done like some interesting stuff with like games and now trying to push people to more social rooms and all that kind of stuff. So yeah, that's kind of an interesting thing. So SmackDown Outdoor says, I want it. This is talking about the Rodecaster. I want it, but have to get rid of my Go XLR and Zoom L8 first. I really like that Zoom L8, man. I actually owned one of those before I owned a Rodecaster. And the only reason I upgraded to the Rodecaster, or I wouldn't say upgraded, the only reason I switched to the Rodecaster was because the drivers on the M1 MacBook Pro with the M1 chip, when it first came out, it wasn't compatible. There's no drivers. Zoom didn't have any drivers, and the L8 required them. So I had to sell it and go buy a Rodecaster Pro, and luckily Best Buy had one, my local Best Buy. So anyway, that's all the news, really. Personal news is today, a friend of ours caught wind that I was looking for a studio space because the room I'm in currently is our guest room. And so we have family. We live close to the beach here in North Carolina, so we have family that want to come in and stay with us. And, you know, that used to work out okay because I used to have the closet converted to like a little work area and I could kind of shove everything in there and close the door. But now that I've expanded my studio, I've expanded my backdrop and all this stuff and looking to expand some more and also doing Amazon Live, I need a place to store stuff, a place to, you know, really expand, run a business. And so today a friend of mine reached out to me and said, hey, man, I heard you're looking for a studio space. Why don't you come by? We got a building. We got a room open, and we'll give you a really good deal on it. And I was like, all right, cool. So I go over there, and this place is awesome. It's it's basically just a square room, but it is a blank canvas. Going to be super cool. It's big enough where I can put 2 to 3 sets in there. So I'm going to do one for Creating Daily. I'm going to do one for my fishing show, and potentially probably have an area just for Amazon Live production. So it's going to take me a little while to build it out, but I'm actually, after this live stream, going to tear all this stuff down. Oh my gosh. Probably not be set up for tomorrow's show. I'm 100% sure of that. But I'm going to get the key tomorrow morning. I'm going to go and I'm going to start rearranging and building out a studio. And one of my goals, you know, talking about kind of moving into this next 6 months as a content creator, I think it's always good to have some goals. And so a part of that for my business is to grow my Amazon Live business in a couple different ways. So I'm getting ready to start a second Amazon Live show with my fishing podcast. And then the one I already have established, getting ready to ramp that up. Actually, just today, I'll show you. This is the power, man, just of being an Amazon influencer. I had a brand send me a microphone. And then also, so it's a condenser microphone, which isn't my favorite, but I'm still going to check it out, let them know my thoughts about it, all that kind of stuff. And then also they sent me like this little desk mount thing or whatever. So yeah, this is pretty cool. So that, you know, that's for me, I was in Puerto Rico, so I couldn't do many brand deals, but I've already done 2 brand deal. Well, I've done 1 brand deal in Puerto Rico. I just did a brand deal with these guys, and I just closed another brand deal, not even for Amazon, for something else, since I've been home. So I'm pretty excited. I'm pretty excited about that. So I love this. SmackDown Outdoor says, I'm not the only one that keeps changing my studio. Oh man, this is going to be crazy. Like, I wasn't really looking forward to doing this immediately, but the opportunity came, it presented itself, and I'm like, you know what? It's time to really, and I've been treating my podcasting business like a business, obviously through my, more of my fishing business or whatever, fishing podcast. But as a creator, I realized I need to expand. I need to find a place, broaden my horizons, do more stuff, and really become more of a production studio for my personal thing. So anyway, speaking of creators, speaking of production, speaking of a mastermind of production, I do want to continue the tradition here on Creating Daily of highlighting a creator.
Creator highlights. No cooking necessary, no assembly required.
It's got to be funky.
All right, today's creator highlight is brought to you by Maven Coffee. So Maven sources the finest micro lots from Colombia. They experience specialty coffee. Coffee's curated by Maven team and made available to you after each harvest. So it's literally small batch Colombian coffee. It is delicious. Go to their website, mavencoffee.com. If you aren't a coffee drinker, then once again, you can head over to buymeacoffee.com/Billy Thorpe and buy me a cup of coffee. And I guarantee it's going to be a Maven coffee because that's all I drink. And today's creator highlight goes to my friend Kirk Nugent, which is going to be on the show. He is the podcast host of How It All Works. He's an Amazon creator. He's a coach, a teacher, a mentor, and he really is passionate about helping businesses and brands and thought leaders discover the impact of live streaming to how to grow their business, how to engage their audience, how to funnel new clients for their business, how to establish themselves as thought leaders. And so you can go to kirkrnugent.com to learn more about him. And one thing I like about Kirk, man, is he is always on the leading edge of technology. Like there's Chad here in the chat. Is a part of the wave.video community, and I've yet to check it out. I've been an Ecamm user for a long time. I haven't made time to check that out, but Kirk will take something like that and literally just strip it down to the basics and like go through piece by piece by piece and do the tutorial, do live stream shows, all kinds of that fun stuff. So really a killer guy to follow and learn from, and he's one of the go-to people that I learn from as well. So go check him out, kirkrnugent.com, and you can check that out. SmackDown Outdoor says, I get bored and never seem happy with it. He's talking about his studio, and yeah, I think that's a part of it. I think his studio is, and I'm going to talk about this with Junaid when he comes on, but it is a kind of living, breathing area. It's like, even with this studio, like I literally have a guitar, I get some props, I get this on-air sign. But before I rented that studio space today, I was looking at what would a picture look like here? What would a shelf look like back there? And I think you can just grow into things and you can change them as you go, and you can, add to, take away. I am never, even moving into this new studio, it's a pretty big space. So I know I'm not going to be able to outfit the whole thing at one time. One, because I don't really have time to do that. And then two, I don't really have the resources that I just want to throw at that project. So it's got really high ceilings. I'm going to bring down, some sound panels and drop them from the ceiling. However, that's not going to work tomorrow. So what I'm going to do is just take a backdrop holder and clip a blanket onto it and put it in front of my, put it in front of me, put them to the side, whatever, create my own little sound booth, kind of isolate that space a little bit more until I can get a rug and then get some sound panels on the wall and all that stuff. So just like with anything, really, like any creative project, if it's a studio or if it's a show, just get started and kind of tweak it as you go. And that's what I've always done. I've had really great success doing that. As far as, especially in the content creation space, with the fishing show, with this show, it is really just about start where you're at, use what you have, and then you can kind of tweak it along as you go. So, Feel free to say hello in the chat. Let me know where you're watching from. If you're hanging out with us either on, well, we're all over the place, but you know where you're at. Okay, YouTube, Facebook, LinkedIn, whatever. Be sure to say hello. Bullhorn, or Ritual Motion. So Ritual Motion used to be Guild, Ritual or Guild. Ritual Motion's Guild. Now it's just Ritual Motion. So if you guys are looking for a cool live streaming platform, just check out Ritual Motion. They got a lot of cool stuff coming down the pipeline. I was actually in one of their town hall meetings for their creator community yesterday, and they got a lot of cool stuff. Really, a lot of stuff in the Web3 space. Yeah, that kind of, like NFT. They got an NFT project gonna drop, all that fun stuff. So yeah, that's that's what those guys are doing, and that's what I've been doing, man. I have just been humming along. So let me know, what are some of your goals for this year, or for the rest of the year, for the last 6 months. For me is now the studio space. So there you go. So I moved home, check. Kind of getting settled in, check. Kind of getting reconnected with all my, old friends, old acquaintances, check. Kind of catching up with everybody. And now it is moving into build out the studio, ramp up my Amazon Live business from what it is to like 2 or 3 times. I'd like to get to like 4 times of what it brings in now. And that's just going to take focus. It's going to take brand deals. It's going to take, going through and really establishing a system. And I understand that. And so that's a part of what, I'm going to be working on over the next 6 months, is really this Amazon Live business. And Creating Daily is going to be showing up on Amazon Live. That's a decision I've decided to do, is to kind of, I had a system in place, but I'm going to kind of switch it because I'm already going live every day here. I don't know I'll go live every day on Amazon, but there might be 1 day or 2 days a week where I just bring the focus to products, to creator products on Amazon. So that is a part of the strategy. Thanks, Chris Stone. Chris Stone came on and was like, yeah, dude, you can totally implement this show into Amazon. Now, I don't know if I can do it every day. I don't know if I want to do it every day, because there's some things I'd love to do with this show that maybe Amazon would not want me to do on their platform. However, 1, maybe 2 days a week, I could definitely control it and get into that space. What are some other goals that I have? I'm trying to think of some other stuff that I'm working on. I have a fishing show. We just did a membership launch. That's pretty fun. So that's been a really good time. We have nearly 200 people signed up for it, I believe. I haven't checked the numbers in a while. And that is, so it'd be, first goal to get to 200, but then to do some in-person events, do some live events, do some live shows at other people's events. So do a collaboration project where I go to like maybe a trade show and say, hey, let me come in, give me a booth. I'll come set up my live streaming stuff. We'll live stream to your platform, to my platform. We'll set up like interviews. We'll set up, more like broadcast style of an event and really build the brand that way. So that's one of the things that's on my list to do, as well, to market the podcast, but to market the membership, and then also, collaborate with bigger brands, with bigger audiences, in-person audiences, that kind of thing. So I'm pretty excited about that. And, yeah, I mean, that's about it. That is about what I got going on. I did want to go live today just to, just say like, hey, I'm still here. I didn't die. Even though I felt like it a couple times. I felt like, you know what, this is it. I'm just going to lay down here and not get up. But I'm having a lot of fun being back in the States. It is so busy here compared to Puerto Rico. There's a lot of opportunity to get distracted. There's a lot of opportunity to create business. There's a lot of opportunity to create new types of businesses. And so, it's my goal to stay focused. One of my goals is not to get ADHD and get squirrel brain. And just because I can do it doesn't mean I should do it. Curious Idealist said, glad to hear you didn't die. Yeah, I don't think anybody was too concerned. Hopefully no one thought I died, because no one reached out to say like, hey, did you die? But everybody probably knew I was just moving, doing the thing. So it's been a lot of fun. But I'm curious what you guys have been working on. Any new podcasts out there? Any new live shows I should check out? So it's been really pretty even kill for me. Like, I haven't been creating content, and I also have not been consuming any content. So I've literally, maybe I've been consuming like 10 minutes of Hulu before I just get too tired and I can't do it anymore. But that's it. And I think it's like 2020 or something. So anyway, yeah, it's super fun. SmackDown Outdoors says we need to talk. I have an idea for your fishing channel, something I do that might help. All right, man, I'm excited to hear. I'm excited to hear what you got going on. So shoot me a DM or email send me an email to Billy. Oh, hold on a second. Maybe creating daily live at gmail.com. Hold on, let me check that. I think that's what it is. I think it's creating daily. Yes, creating daily live at gmail.com. I'm going to go ahead and potentially put this somewhere on the screen or in that chat. Let me just jump over to YouTube and put it in the chat so you can check it out and send it to me. But yeah, that's what I've been doing, just getting, creative, innovative. And then, yeah, it's been fun. And then my neighbor got a boat. I don't have a boat, but my neighbor just got a boat, and he's like, dude, we gotta go. And so now this might be loud. Okay, cool. Now let me drop it in the chat here. There you go. Creating daily live at Gmail. Perfect. So if anybody wants to email me, go ahead and check that out. As you can see, it just came through. But yeah, so my neighbor got a boat, so I'm like trying not to get distracted with that and be like, oh yeah, dude, let's go. But who knows? We'll see what happens. But cool. Well, super amounts of fun. I appreciate you guys jumping in, guys and gals, and checking out the show. You know what? Over the next couple days, I don't know what life looks like. I'm going to tear all this out. I don't know that I'm going to be set up in the next couple of days at the new studio space. But yeah, so now I went from moving, and now I'm moving the studio. So I'll go check that out. But yeah, let me know what you're working on, and let me know how I can help you in your creator journey. And if that is through getting a sponsor, I know I'm getting ready to guest on some podcasts coming up to talk about that sponsorship journey, which I haven't really talked about since I haven't been doing creating for money. But I'm still helping people with that. If you're interested and you go, you know what, dude, I just need some help. Like, look at what I have, see if it's, sponsor worthy. And then if it is, I can help and coach in that way. Let's see. Oh, here's some family. Says Amelia says hi and that she loves you. She wants to know where you got your background. Minecraft? Oh, nope, no Minecraft here. It's basically just a light. That's all. Just a little light here. Check this out. Too much fun. You can do so much stuff with just a little light in your studio, by the way. Everybody always asks me, like, man, how'd you get your studio stuff like that? But it's literally just a little $30 light. That doesn't work. Actually, it works pretty good. I don't know what's going on. It's probably my green screen. I got an Elgato green screen, and that is laying back there with it. So that's probably what it is. And if you don't have a green screen, you should totally get one of these Elgato ones. Check this thing out. Oh, yeah. There you go. Easy peasy. Now watch this. Wait, I'm going to get too cocky, and it's not going to work. Let me see here. Can I do it? Is it doing it? Is it going to do it? Oh, yeah. Well, look at that. Look at that. We're at the beach, baby. I just went back to the beach. Let me mask these edges. I'm going to zoom in a little bit. It's not masking that one for whatever reason. Let's see. There you go. Now I'm at the beach. I'm at the beach with a little green screen action. Let's see what else background I got here. Hold on a second. Let's see. I got some bricks. Oh, yeah. There you go. What else I got? I got some palm trees. Got a little tunnel. Tunnel vision. Okay, let's see what else we got. I thought I had like a screen. Oh, yeah. So here's proof I actually do catch fish. That's a yellowfin tuna. That thing's about 50 pounds and awesome. So there you go. If anybody likes fishing, that's proof I actually catch fish. Some people are like, dude, I don't know, you got a fishing podcast. I don't know if you fish. Well, yeah, if I'm on somebody else's boat, I totally catch fish because, well, like I said, I don't have a boat. So anyway, this is a little Elgato retractable green screen. I got it for Christmas a couple years ago, or a year or so ago. Now I'm in a modern house and didn't get to I haven't got to use it. So I literally just set it up, and then Ecamm has it where you can blur the background. So this is pretty kind of cool if you just have a webcam but you don't have any bokeh. That might be. So and there's like a way to mask this edge off of there, but I'm not really sure. So maybe I'll just zoom in a little. Yeah, I can probably just zoom in and do that. There you go. That kind of does it. So yeah, all kinds of cool little options, but yeah. Hey, look guys, my new studio. My new green screen studio. Go to a castle. Anyway, I could do this all day. Or do like Apple and have this white screen. So anyhow, yeah, you guys got to check that out. You got to get your little green screen if you want to. Because then you can be at the beach anytime while you podcast. So there you go. That's me being nerdy. This is what I've been doing. I've been pulling this stuff out of the garage, out of the attic. Just being a big nerd. Let's see. Curious Idealist says if you put up bricks behind you, I'm pretty sure you have to tell a joke. Oh, is that like a comedy thing? Is that like a... Why did the rabbit cross the road, or the chicken? To get to the other side. Was that funny? You know what's funny? I saw this podcast where this guy had I think it's called the H3 podcast, and this guy has like Tourette. It's like really controversial. So if anybody watches it, don't judge me. But or it can be. Some stuff I've seen has not been. It's just been kind of dumb, not really controversial. But anyhow, he was watching the is it Amanda Heard and Johnny Depp case, or whatever her first name is, in the Heard and Depp case. And it's so anyway, he was sitting in front of a green screen, like he was a judge. So I had like all the court stuff behind him, or you know, like the flags and the seal and all that kind of stuff. And he was live streaming the live stream of the court from like CNBC or something like that. And then would like pause the live stream and commentate on it as he was the judge or something. I thought it was the funniest thing. So you can do like so many fun things. I'll say that. So many fun things with the green screen. And then these are really cool too. I mean, not that I want to get into like teaching about green screens, but if you don't have a set to where you can, you know, whatever, like you know, like maybe you're setting up in your kid's playroom and you don't want the big mess, like just set up a green screen. But make sure you light the green screen really well. I don't have this one individually lit just because the light I'm using projects enough light. And Ecamm does a pretty good job at chroma keying out the green screen. And they also do a blue screen as well now. So anyway, Curious Idealist said, Rabbit, stick to fishing, my friend. Comedy may not be your thing. What do you think? Is comedy my thing? I'm going to have to prove you wrong on that because I think I'm a pretty funny guy. However, my humor goes down south, like super quick. Like it can, you know, 1 minute it can be like, and then everybody's like, oh, dude, the line is way back there. You crossed it. So I try not to even get into that world of joking around because it goes south pretty fast. But anyway, thanks for the encouragement. Now I'm never going to try to tell a joke again. All right. Anyway, I hope you guys have a great day. It's Wednesday. It's about midweek, and hope you have a great rest of your week. Create something awesome. Create something great. I hope to be here tomorrow. Depends on how fast I get this stuff set up. It may not be 2:00. And let me know when's the best time to eat, because now I'm back. Now life is a little bit more chaotic, and so I'm looking at the possibility of switching time for creating daily. It doing it at 2 p.m. Eastern time, but maybe I can do it later. I can't do it earlier because of other stuff going on, but if I could do it later, let me know if later would be better. And when I say later, I'm talking like 9 p.m. Eastern time, or yeah, I mean maybe not that, maybe 8:30, something like that. Mike could do it at like 4:00, but 2 to 4, maybe that's not a big difference. I don't know. Anyway, I'm kicking around those ideas to create a little bit more time in my schedule, and have a little bit more fun too. So, because I love the show for the fun part of it. So maybe a later show would be better. A lunchtime thing might work. Yeah, I wish it would for me, but that is out. I'm on dad duty typically from, several hours in the morning and sometimes lunch, sometimes after lunch, sometimes till like 1 o'clock, depends on my wife. So we flip flop. She works in the mornings, I work in the afternoons, all that kind of fun stuff. So anyway, hope you guys are doing great. Have fun with the rest of your week. I might see, I might not, might be super late. Lunchtime happy hour. The kid can be your recurring guest. No, that is not a good idea. You guys would just hear,
Dad, this is a microphone.
he loves to podcast. He loves it. And that's why I podcast while he's napping, so he won't come in here. And sometimes he bangs on the door, but if he knew I was in here podcasting right now, he'd like come in here and and scream into the microphone and do all those fun things. So yeah, I don't. Yeah, maybe when he's older. Maybe when he's older, we could do a dad, whatever, like a little. Anyway, that sounds like comedy. Curious Idealist says that sounds like comedy. I'm in. It would be funny. It would be me sweating and be like, don't break that. Don't push that button. Stop pushing that. Don't push that button. Quit pushing that button. Because he goes ham on all these little colorful buttons. All right, I've been trying to land this plane for like 45 minutes. So I'll see you guys later. Take it easy. Have a great weekend, and we'll talk to you soon.